remaining. Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Number 2 of IG versus LGD. It's time for StarLadder playoffs. We've got 4 teams competing for 2 spots due to the launch of StarLadder season. It's a bigger tournament, gone global. Pretty cool. We've got some Chinese though here.
Dire team.
LGD loses this, are they out?
No. Double elimination
Double
bracket.
elimination,
Yeah.
okay. Well,
4 teams, double elimination bracket. The final, even though the top teams in it, so it would just be like for pride. Maybe get to see some Meepo pick or something. Too much getting Chinese things, that's going to happen.
I love Evo. He's fun to watch.
Yeah. Well, we saw Twan play him at PI, All-Star match.
5
That's true.
seconds.
So now we're going to get ourselves in this draft. It is time for IG versus LGD.
Reserve time.
Party 3.
Yeah. So far, we can swap these teams around. So far, getting on IG, it seemed a largely strategy-based victory. I mean, a few of the solo kills they got were shouldn't have maybe happened, especially the kill the Invoker the kill the Invoker got on the Nature's Prophet. But in general, it felt like their strategy was just. Yeah, they were gonna win. They were gonna win their lanes. Like with Nature's Prophet off lane, a Spectre in the safe lane, there wasn't really much room to rotate around and defend your lane. But we'll see what happens in the game. IG gonna be on the Radiant side. They first pick Lycan.
Radiant team pick.
Well, I think it's pretty owned.
Yeah, I think it was banned first game. Otherwise, he probably would have been picked.
For sure. And the split push pressure is really, really strong. And
He's pretty good for Fang.
And he's not your like typical carry hero in the sense that he just puts so much arm pressure on that. He's like I would combine. He's like Nature's Prophet plus Lifestealer combined in one.
Okay.
5 seconds
We
remaining.
beat KB up like a lot like a Lifestealer.
Yeah.
Like,
But he's so hard to kill. Like even without it,
Yeah.
like can you really burst down on Lycan with it even without a BKB? He's so mobile. He has a ton of HP. He
Depends on
does a
your
lot.
game. Like drop teams are getting nowadays, no. But like if you get something like a Bane or like a proper lockdown, maybe you can. Shadow Shaman's still in the pool, and that's something I've been picking a lot of. So it preferred on the all teams preferred on the Diet side because of the Roshan though. I think K-Pop-Tosis was saying Shadow Shaman has like a 60 to 5 on Radiant side. It's only like 45%.
The Roshan is a really big deal. What I can throw up on Dire? Is it that much of a difference? Because IG picked it on the Radiant this game.
Yeah, I'm not sure with the Lycan.
But at the same time, Lycan can push down faster much earlier than Rasta because he's not as cooldown based. So, yeah, we'll see.
A very early Invoker pick, and with this, IG going to pick up most likely the Chuan Rubik. They've been playing Rubik a lot. They really still highly value this support.
Yeah, Rubik's been, I don't know, he's decent. I don't think he's like first pick ups like this.
Especially when they're like when you see like how strong AA can be, even the Shadow Shaman support.
Disruptor.
Yeah, I'm surprised teams still pick him so highly.
He's really good for 5-maning though, and the
Yeah.
null field is amazing. You can't really like see it in action.
Well,
but
he didn't
it's still
even get
really good.
null field until level 9 last week.
But imagine, that blocks so much of Puck's damage though. He does what? Probably like 1300 magic burst, and dropping that number down to closer to around 1000 is pretty significant.
Yeah.
So you just can't.
It feels like most teams pick him for the telekinesis, so like very few supports have a instant stun. Like it's an instant stun. Like there's point blank, no cast time, and a decent duration. And not to mention it's an AOE disable in some ways as well. So
10 seconds remaining.
bread and butter skill, but we'll see what they want to go for. I do ban out the second time around. They don't want to deal with it once again. In LGD, you're going to start banning out some of those 5-man heroes like the DK, or at least pushing heroes, so DK gets taken out for now.
In the pool though.
Oh,
Invoker's not that great anti-push. Quas Wex he's really good,
yeah.
But Quas Exort is mediocre at best for anti-push. And ID, as we saw last game, they want to end the game early.
Yeah, I don't see why not. Like they could get a Shadow Shaman again, they can get a Bristleback again. They can get a very similar draft to last game around if they really want to. They do have to worry a little bit about LGD going for an offensive trail lane. And they ban out the AA. I was about to say, maybe an AA instead of the Wrath that could have been good for the tri-lane. That bonus damage, right? Chilling Touch plus Howl.
Oh yeah, it's ridiculous.
At level 1.
I saw Team Liquid with that tri-lane, I was like, oh my goodness, everyone just melts.
Oh. I think you go Lifestealer though.
I think Like is actually pretty good versus Lifestealer though. You can just kite him during open wound if you really want to, and you can definitely burst him down during rage.
Yep. One, the Shadow Shaman is still there, but Shadow Shaman not the best against like Invoker Lifestealer. Like Lifestealer kind of rages way.
Okay.
Well, you get Serpent. Yeah, you get physical damage from the Serpent Lord's Lifestealer.
The Blink Hex is invaluable.
Yeah.
10 seconds. 10 seconds.
What other siege heroes out there? There's a Lone Druid, but no one really likes Lone Druid anymore.
No.
Who else? Leshrac. Leshrac is definitely not really viable anymore.
Dire team.
Just like we did in last game. Why not?
Repeat. Well, they're not going to go offensive trialing with a Lycan, I don't imagine. They don't have the, and they can't really give Lycan. Lycan needs the supports more likely.
Yes.
But there's still, like, Bristleback can just go straight solo off lane. King a lot of. There's still other options as far as the off lane goes.
10 seconds.
Okay.
10 seconds.
I want to see him more.
He's not great against the Lifestealer. This is probably not a good Centaur game.
Yeah.
But the few games I've seen Centaur, especially by Ice, I've been really impressed with how good the hero is. And
Reserve time.
level 1 return and masses regen with Stealth Shield, and
Dude, Return is so good.
yeah,
That spell is amazing.
the way it was actually one of those things where he goes to lane with 8 tangos, salve, and Stout Shield, and you can't actually, like against the tri-lanes, normally your supports come and like kind of trade hits, but you can't actually right click him at level 1 because return.
No.
It's what 16 plus 25% of your strength. It does something like 25 damage. He has all that regen, and you're a support against a Stout Shield Centaur.
And it's physical damage.
Yeah,
Too.
it's
And if you right click with Centaur, you're going to lose the fight. Centaur's attack animation and damage is pretty insane at level 1. Well,
so.
LGD taking her time with his next pick. Almost
Centaur
running
also
out of
just
time.
doesn't need any items. Like he can be.
Radiant team pick.
Cool. I've seen him in the solo safe lane. I haven't really seen him in the solo off lane.
Okay.
So that's pretty cool.
They're off lane, so
Clockwork's okay at dealing with the Lycan. He's not the best, but he's still pretty good.
IG get the Ferrari 430 puck for mid, so no YYF here for the offlane and LGD. They need themselves just another support to round off their draft. And
I still think Bristle would be pretty good here
yeah, I don't see why not.
for IG.
They don't really have a good mech buyer. Like Dazzle is a potential mech buyer, but he needs to he won't get it very early on. Like if they want to go for fast towers and early fights, they need a mech like a much sooner on, which is going to come from a hero like a Bristleback in the off lane.
Could this potentially be an offlane puck and another different solo mid for IG?
Potentially, yeah.
10 seconds
Against what?
remaining.
Visage Lifestealer +1.
Dire team pick.
Good.
Especially on the Radiant side, like Radiant, you send anyone off lane because of the creep equilibrium, but you didn't know exactly what the tri lane's going to be. May have to worry about is an offensive tri lane. Visage Lifestealer +1.
A little bit tricky, but they have Dazzle. Dazzle plus like Wolf.
They go greedy and Jungle Enigma.
I don't think IG can really punish it though, because they can do like in safe lane try with Rubik, Dazzle, and one other off. But what hero would be ideal? I guess Bristol back still wouldn't be bad here in the offensive try.
Yeah. was the other thing. There's going to be a Vici lifestealer dual lane, so if they want to go like dual lane top, dual lane safe lane, that also works okay.
The only problem is I don't think any of these supports can zone out a clockwork, so it's a little bit pointless to do so. Weaver's good for lifestealer. They have no stuns between the two. Oh, until the old.
Very little stuns in general this game around, so. Exactly what they have in mind with these lanes here. IG. They're up 1-0 here in this best of 3. A win.
I say they go aggro try.
Yeah.
Shut down lifestealer and.
They're with the Lycan or with the Weaver, do you think?
With the Weaver. Lycan solo.
Actually, Lycan versus Clockwork's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't want to be trapped in the cogs with him.
So that kind of, he's being pulled double tangos, which kind of signals that he will be.
What do you think of this courier?
Seen this? Oh no, I have seen this before. It's really, and when it upgrades, it looks really weird as well.
Yeah, it's creepy.
Is it like a really rare courier, or is this just a random courier in the shop?
It just recently came up, or it got implemented into the shop. But I don't know. It doesn't really like fit the Dota, but I can see like
the close-up view of it.
Yeah, I can get on board with like dragons and like pigs and
hops, like bounces.
His name's Zombie Hopper.
30 seconds.
He's actually a zombie hopper.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Anyways,
I'm not a big fan of it. Like I would not use that courier as my own, but
no, I would not either. What is LGD using?
Wow. The Chinese teams like this zombie hopper.
Something else though. It wasn't just developed out of the blue though. They imported it from something.
Okay. Well, we'll introduce our two teams here. We'll stop Korea watching. It's going to be IG on the Radiant side. We've got Faith playing the Dazzle, Chuan on the Rubik, YYF on the Weaver. They're offensive trailing. Ferrari 430 going to be playing the solo mid Puck. Playing a safe lane solo Lycan.
Rubik set.
How's Rubik looking?
He has the Kuroki set, but he hasn't watched any games by Kuroki. Okay, so
that's a bad sign.
Yeah.
Shouldn't they be watching Navi games?
That's what I thought too.
Like, even if you're not...
Maybe they're watching on Twitch.
Hello to our Chinese viewers. Like, well, I guess they're not watching now, but... on the LGD side, we're going to see Pia Zhao Tuji playing the Lifestealer. He's going to be supported by DDC on the Visage. DD going to be playing a jungle mid. Solo mid's going to be Yao on an Exort Invoker, and finally in the offlane it's ICM. Hits with Luo for now. Oh, he actually traps him in the cogs here, but this is okay because there's no battery assault. Pretty good for Luo.
Yeah, but now Luo's out of mana with no clarities, so in like a minute or so, I see can potentially get a kill on.
He's just not going to like be able to use walls in this lane. I guess this means you can't cogs drain him anymore.
He's like put down with battery assault though.
Yeah. He can still get the 15 mana.
True that.
What do you get?
I don't know. The only point in Feral Impulse is really good though. 15% attack speed and damage for 1 point. It's insane.
As can stand here, Puck versus Evoke in the mid lane. It's going to be Exort build from the Puck, so. Too popular. It kind of went through this like 2 or 3 week period where it was the really trendy thing to be doing, but...
Isn't this just a Chinese game? Sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes, but even cast of the StarLadder Europe games. Doing Exort as well.
Exort's ownage.
Just impressive.
Yeah.
But it's more like a just team control. It's more like a utility type.
Anti-push.
Well, Weaver, a great hero to have against a Lifesteal. And just what actual good lockdown is there for Weaver? Like you've got Malefice is kind of annoying to deal with, like against the Enigma stun, but this looks like such a good game to be a Weaver. And
picking Enigma into a Rubik too.
Oh wow, yeah, I didn't even consider that one. TP scroll. This is kind of reminiscent of Grand Final Fade, where he kind of it was the G League Grand Finals against LD International, where they let an offense try to bait out bottom lane. So like there was a dive in a 1v1 matchup, and he just TPs in and turns it around like with a level 1 TP scroll. And it's something which you often just don't expect to come out from a support Rubik with telekinesis and
especially him being their initiator. They want him with boots first ASAP.
Well, DD's got a smoke towards bottom lane. He's going to be looking for a kill here on Luo. Used to probably more stayed in the head of it. Uh-oh. Luo giving me a mouth to counter. He's there immediately. Trouble regardless. Needs to see the creep to block this battery, so he could have gas. LGD, the telekinesis thrown anyways.
Nice smoke from DD though. That's exactly what they needed.
The position, and Lycan's not really out of position there. Like, he just does not expect an Enigma to be smoke ganking. This is not a hero that. This is a hero that sits in the jungle normally for much, much longer.
Yep.
But fast battering boots up and.
It's so important to shut Lycan down early though.
This is an unconventional Enigma, like pushing the Soul Ring.
Yeah.
Going for. It's very peculiar. He rushed Arcane Boots instead of Soul Ring, but.
Yeah, he's gonna have so much downtime. Like after. All the way to the jungle, and his level 6 will be delayed as a result. He's level 4, which is about on par, but oh wow, Icy gets dragged back into the tower, but not in any danger.
Dual lane versus dual lane top, which is fine for IG. They're not going to be too worried about that one with the double range there, and Lifesteal is just sitting on 10 CS for the time being. But you said it, like, this Enigma, he's gonna just, he can't really do too much. He's got no mana for conversion.
Dire structures are fortified.
Just stun and...
Yeah, and now he's actually leeching Icy's XP. I think Icy needs 6 ASAP.
Yeah.
Maybe put some pressure on top lane. They can definitely kill the Weaver before he gets level 6, but if DD stays down here, Weaver's gonna get level 6 by the time Icy does.
He's level 5 now, so he has a level 3 battery assault.
There goes all Lycan's mana.
Yeah. He just won't be able to use them in the
He might opt for a Soul Ring this game. I think Soul Ring's not bad for its clock. He trying to make something happen in the bottom lane. Has picked up a Sobi Mask. Not sure if he's going for a Soul Ring. More likely than not, yes. But at the same time, Luo, he's getting okay farm 15 and 3 on him, 18 and 6 on Clockwork. In the dire safe lane, we see Lifestealer with 16, Weaver with 27, so he's actually doing a little bit better than I expected in a initially 3-on-2 situation. And in the mid lane, both heroes very, very even, 27. Both of them.
Yeah. And Puck's gonna actually make his way top lane. He's at level 6. This straight up rotation, doesn't smoke, doesn't get a rune. He just wants to go and, I guess, apply some pressure. But I think they can get this top tier 1, yeah.
Dire's top tower is under
Nice call
attack.
from IG. They tell Puck to go top to make sure they get this tier 1 tower and that it doesn't get denied, doesn't get contested. Puck just there to guarantee the tier 1. And, well, he can go back mid now. It gives Invoker a bit of space, but just to make sure there's no fight. He's going bottom lane. It looks like Clockwork can be pulled back under the tower here. It looks like they will use on Icy. He doesn't get any spells off just yet. He's got a hook shot. Can he actually hook out? No teammates nearby, and Icy's still alive though. Need another off the Puck. He's following up still. Gonna be okay for the time being. Ferrari needs to dissolve. It does land. Just barely flips him in.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
ID.
Nice rotation from Ferrari there.
Dire's bottom
Yep,
tower
Clockwork
is
is 6,
under
like you said,
attack.
maybe looking for a gank. After that, Weaver with 2,000 gold opts to skip the Midas, instead going for Trez into a Wraith and finishing up that Aquila. Can't do anything. Enigma still level 4, so he's level 4 a little bit before 4 minutes, and yeah, not going that early Soul Ring has definitely hurt his early game, and they're going to have to wait quite some time until he hits level 6.
This is such a bizarre way to play the
IF.
He's got the kill you mentioned. Before level 6, they can get him and hookshot into a cogs and he trap him down.
And they killed the Observer Ward.
A big pickup from LGD.
Yeah, he needs level 6.
By DD. He drops an Observer Ward here, so this almost like feels like he's a 5-position Enigma with the Visage playing 4.
Together.
Like, this does not feel like a jungle Enigma. He's gone for Observer Wards, he went for the Battery Ring, he went for Boots before Soul Ring, and he's been roaming with smokes, so... Enigma play.
Yep. Well, Invoker had just been farming mid. He had completed his Midas. Pretty good timing, 7:30 after picking up those boots. But Ferrari has been out of the lane for quite some time. He is 1-0-0, but the net worth on these two is actually pretty different. Almost a 1,000 net gold difference in between.
Yeah, goes in the jungle, pops his Manus off right off the bat, so He's going to have the double Forward Spirits fairly soon. He hasn't actually got them invoked right now. Just the Sunstrike Cold Snap, and that's also why IG don't want to get too aggressive, because those Sunstrike can come in flying from, well, flying anywhere on the map. That's something to be worried about for any of these heroes, who are also fairly squishy. Lycan is up to level 6 now. He's just rotated towards the jungle. For his Vlad's plus medallion later on.
Weaver has finally hit level 6, Clockwork on the bottom, bottles up a regen rune, and still waiting for DD to make a move. He is level 6, he has Soul Ring, he has Black Hole. If they want to make a move on YYF, they can definitely kill him with Black Hole.
I think your first early Black Holes are perfectly reasonably use them on just soul kills, because you're not going to get big 5v5 team clashes and without any...
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
If you're getting a big team fight Black Hole off, it's just so... It's just impossible. It's almost worth just going for solo kills with your Black Hole.
Looks like they may want to kill Ferrari, but Ferrari has to be like way out of position to die to a Quad Exort Invoker and Enigma ganking in this position.
Enigma maybe thinks there's a rotation or a gank coming towards mid lane. They don't see the Dazzle, they don't see the Lycan. Well, they will soon. There's some Observe Wards nearby, but... Rotate someone back towards the jungle. He has got his soaring up now. That'll help him jungle much, much faster. Bit of, I mean, it's a fairly slow early game. Puck is...
Who is his favorite, though?
Like, right now I don't think anyone. I think both teams have pretty decent mid game. IG have a more push-oriented lineup, and... shut down pretty well is a good news for LGD, but he's gonna start accelerating his farm in the jungle now.
Yeah, him and Lifesteal are about even on net worth. I think the big difference is the two mids, but Ferrari almost has his Blink Dagger, so 2,000 gold on him, and I think a lot of pressure will come out after that. And look how far YF is farming, like out by his lonesome. He's just not scared at all.
They killed him earlier with the hook. Now that he's level 6, he's very, very hard to deal with. They haven't really got much good lockdown for him, and well, there's your Puck Blink Dagger, so I think the next bit of like 3 is where IG looks to sort of control the tempo more with his
top lane.
Yeah. He's looking for a Black Hole. If he finds it, he's going to use it now. Unstricted as well. Wow. DD, well worth the Black Hole there.
Yep.
That's the only way that you kill him.
But middle lane.
Like he also he goes down, no Wexo, there's no Ghost Walk.
It's a much more important kill for IG, I think, because Invoker, he has the Midas, he's going to have a Black Hole, and LGD won't get a tower return, so all in all, very nicely played from IG, countering that kill, very, very important.
I'm gonna get caught Copsy, now he's getting telekinesis stuff, he's done DC with it as well.
Max Ferrari's out of mana too, this is a disaster.
Which is really good for LGD. I see now on the run. Weaver showed up. Wow, yeah, after respawning TPing mid, he gets caught in the loop. Clockwork, who's he going to go for next? It looks like he's going to Shikuchi his way out of there. 1-for-2 trade. Tower was denied by the Visage, so...
Still pretty good.
Yeah.
Nice hook shot coming out from Icy.
Yeah, definitely good result from LGD. They're also... they got the T1 top.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
And they just weren't ready for that hook shot coming out, and Puck just used a little bit less bit of his mana trying to push out that waves, and he was unable to escape with an illusory orb. So just like that, I mean, first LG gets an easy kill, IG gets an easy kill, and both teams get a tower. But all in all, LGD I think pretty far ahead on that one. They have 2 Midases too, one on the Lifestealer and one on the Invoker. So looking at like the 20-minute mark, if IG doesn't pick things up relatively quickly, I think IG is going to lose out in the farm war. Lycan does have his Vlad as well as his medallion if he wants to go for an early roashing, but they just don't have enough pressure going out on the map right now. Weaver is still relatively poor with only 1,500 gold. Power treads.
Let's see what he looks to go for next. Also, DD's doing good. It looks like he's going to just TP home. Completed Nexo. Nice little pickup here. If LGD take any fights here, it's going to make them a decent amount stronger than IG. And IG, their lineup just isn't looking too scary. Lycan still needs like his first item, it feels like. The Dazzle, just level 8. He's not really offering a whole lot to these fights just yet. Weaver, as you mentioned, it doesn't really have any items as well. He's sitting on 1,800 gold, but he's just got his treads, so... IG heroes are really ready to start fighting.
Yep, they will use a smoke though, looking to get a kill, but their main initiator Ferrari to get the jump on them unless Chuan is just fantastic about it. But Chuan is actually level 8. I don't really know how he got level 8, but it's pretty high.
IG team has sort of kept up and done well as far as getting levels and farm across the board. Like, even their supports are doing fairly well. Oh, Korea.
Sure where that was.
Hey, Korea Hockey said otherwise I'd go and find it.
One Stealer looks to be the gank target on top. There's no creeps nearby to infest to, but at the same time, Ferrari isn't there, so I don't think they can get a kill on them.
LGD pop out
I
bottom.
really like this ward spot too, by the way. That's the second time they've posted it.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Bottom Forward Spirits, Eidolons, Visage Familiars. There's a lot of summons on this LGD side, which make it really hard to fight.
LGD could actually rush him too.
Yeah, not to mention this is a lot of physical damage, and that's something which, if you lock down like Lycan in place, he's going to die very quickly to all this. And even with a BKB, he will melt to some of this physical damage.
Illusion!
Put a place in. Oh, Invoker does have it. Yeah, Invoker with double Forward Spirits. Roshan definitely a possibility for LGD.
Tower is under attack.
For Ferrari, but there aren't enough heroes in case he wants to initiate right now, and Lifesteal is still pretty tanky, 1250 HP Invoker with his 4-staff up, so none of these are really easy targets. Lycan will run into the Lifesteal on top, but no harm, no foul. Hey, what's up guys? Just farming away. How about you?
Oh, well, something's up. LGD trying to go into the Roshan pit, but there's a Lycan Wolf scouting them out.
Uh-oh.
They see it, the Sentry Ward? Yeah, they see the Lycan Wolf, so they know they've been spotted now, and looks like they don't care. They may look to commit to this one regardless. They've got the mech up. Invoker's in there as well.
Their damage is not that high, though.
They've got Forward Spirits, but yeah, it looks like they may just poke their head. They may decide against this.
It's just a very compromising position to be in. The lead. LGD still retaining about a 4,000 gold. Now it's at half HP. I don't know if IG can do it. Very smart of them to put a sentry ward down, though, in case they had that.
You need that for the Lycan Wolves. And well, IG are the ones who now sort of applying a bit of pressure, at least forcing LGD to remain grouped up at this mid lane. DD though, he's Black Hole back up. He's got his mech. Black Hole being casted, and the problem is there's a Rubik on the other team as well, so there's always possibility for those Black Hole steals. And Chuan, he's farmed a 4-star, so 15 minutes in, 4-star from Chuan, not too bad.
Yep, the Wolves have gotten their Clockwork constantly scouting out, so both teams know that Roshan can be taken down anytime they leave the other team alone for about 30 seconds. And Lifesteal will pick up an armlet, so his first significant pickup post-Midas, and he's done very well in net worth. He was tied with the Lycan, now he's shot past them, 1,500 gold over him, sitting at 7,400.
Well, infest into the Clockwork, and he's looking ready to go. Telling Icy, find me a kill. Can find here. Puck gonna be in the river here. Can they actually kill him?
No.
If you hook the hook stun
or phase shift, this is too much.
He's trying to bait out the phase shift.
That solo Clockwork would go on a puck that far out.
Ferrari trying to bait out the hook, but it's not happening. Back towards this middle lane, and as you said, they have a very good idea of where this Lifestealer is.
On the Icy.
I remember talking about this the other day. I imagine you can't, but not sure.
Anyways,
well, Tier 1 tower's still standing, still half HP as well, but an LGD. Just going back to Roshan, I guess, but you kind of want to need to pressure the side lanes before you can do that.
They need this tower down before they do Rosh, though.
Yeah. As possible, Shikuchi forward.
They aren't getting anything on the tower. The Fade Bolt with the Illusory Orb is almost instant creep wave clear.
It does feel a bit like they're just kind of wasting their time somewhat. And they don't pill around. Are they actually going to the Roshan pit? This is risky stuff from LGD.
Yeah, Ferrari's going to go up there. He's going to scout it with Orb. Roshan's still about 70% HP. Now they know. Now, I don't know if LGD can do this. They do have the mech. They do have the Black Hole.
They're trying to do it without the Lifestealer right-click damage. He's very stubborn. He wants to stay infested inside Icy.
soon look like they'll just have to give it up. And at the same time, with LGD having a T1 down on bottom, or up on bottom, it's still relatively difficult for IG to contest it. Maybe if they could apply some pressure on top, but Lycanthrope has to be around too. Now Lycan's just catching up on net worth just because he's too much chilling. Oh, here he goes.
Oh, the wolf!
What a wolf block.
Oh, Luo's like that was entirely intentional. Luo's he's a player, man. He's my like this entire StarLadder, he's been my favorite player to watch. He's been making big plays all day long, and even back like when he was playing with Rattlesnake and like the TI qualifiers and stuff, that was like Luo +4. That was
Adam was good too.
Yeah, he was, but Luo was the guy kind of the team.
Well, they will find a DD for YF. He looks like he's going for that Lincoln's next. They can do the Roshan if they can ever create some space. But no one's really creating space. That's usually Lycan's job.
Looks like he's just about got his Necrobook 1.
It's still pretty poor for Lycanthrope.
Yeah. Well, he didn't have a great time bottom lane.
No, he did not. So Enigma rotated and just completely ruined his day.
Well, I think neither team able to get Roshan in that standoff.
Can buff though. I still think he should take half for minus armor, but still, it's nice. Get up and constantly have to worry about it. But Lycanthrope on Radiant rather is just not as strong. Looks like they have stacked the Ancient stacks a couple of times, but all in all, just chilling for the last almost 10 minutes now. 4,000 gold lead in favor of LGD. Neither team wants to see it a team fight or a tower in case Roshan is next.
Yeah, and any small clash, even if you just lose 1 or 2, could potentially mean your opponent's getting Roshan, and that gives them a pretty big advantage at this stage of the game. So.
Nice smoke. Ooh, Yao almost in a very compromising position.
A game of cat and mouse for now. Looks like Puck then give up on the smoke gank, blinks his way back down to the low ground, and it's up an ultimate orb as well. So Ferrari will be going for what looks to be a hex play out from this Puck. Yeah, they can't really rely on this black hole too much in teamfights because of the fact there's a Rubik on the playing field. He has to be very careful with how he uses black hole this game.
What if he picked up on the chicken? Oh, look, just an overclock. Oh, they're going for Roshan, and they already know. They have this ward over there, and it's going down very fast, though. 7,500 HP. There is no sentry ward there anymore in case Lycanthrope wants is actually doing his own Ancients right now. Roshan at 2/3 HP, but without Lifestealer, I don't know if they can do it. He was still out on top lane, Radiant. Completely aware of that, and looks like with the Lycan Wolf in there, they will back off. So that was just a weird attempt by LGD. They like kind of framed it.
They're very indecisive and just they don't commit to anything. They're very half-assed about like let's kind of rush, but not really. The Lifestealer is like, oh,
I don't want to leave here. It's nice and cozy.
Yeah. And well, when he does leave, he sits and fests inside the clockwork for days on end. So. Farming's better than being in the clockwork right now.
Yep.
If he's not finding kills.
Lincoln Sphere coming out and pretty much right now. Yeah, we'll clear out the Ancient stack. Not really sure what he's going to pick up with his heaps of gold. 2,700 gold in his inventory.
Just going for a Hex.
Yeah, Hex is great versus Weaver. It's great versus Puck.
Just can rotate towards bottom lane, and we're not really even seeing any towers get pressured here. We're 22 minutes in a very quiet game. 4K gold lead going the way of LGD. The experience more or less even though, so just a bit of a gold lead for this Dire squad. They are down a game though, LGD. Although even if they lose this series, they do drop down to the loser bracket, but not really a place you want to be.
Lincoln Sphere almost completed by Weaver. IG are still in pretty good fighting shape. Looks like Dazzle will be going for a Force Staff. I mean, they could wait for another big item like the Hex from Puck, but that's still going to be quite some time. Already looking to pick off someone with the haste, but will not commit to killing the Enigma.
And this is where I think you're spot on there. IG are getting very close to them. They almost are in fighting shape. When they get the Lincolns and the Necro 3 up, suddenly your Lycan and Weaver can kind of hold their own a lot better. And I think LGD will have to be pretty careful here. They are ahead by a small margin, but it is just that very small margin.
IC is infested on top, looking for a kill. Like definitely dead if he gets hooked, but Lycan Wolf is there to scout him out. And at the same time, LGD does have to defend bottom. This bottom tower going down is the gateway for IG.
They're baiting it. They're completely baiting it. Full stuff in the Lycan immediately pops his ulti form. He's going to focus on this lifesteal could be dead as well. They need to catch up a little bit. There's a drip ball as well. They need to use it. They'll use it to be sure. Great bait coming out.
That's scouting from the Lycan throw.
I tell you, man, Luo is
huge. That completely changes the game. Okay, LGD are actually going for Roshan, and YYF is going to scout it out, but he could potentially die out if he's on his own. Oh, and now it's another half-ass attempt. Now it's at half AP. I think they can do it. And does Lifesteal just bought out too? He bought Zalakri as well as Yasha, so he won't have buyback. I think ID can just do this, or at least force a buyback. But what do you need? Well, that's intimidation. That's like, hey, Roshan, guys.
Yep.
He's at half HP. He could TP to T1 and do it right now.
Yeah. Well, Lifesteal's going to be respawning. It's too late to do it now. But yeah, it was definitely possible.
They had a good window. Well, maybe they didn't know that it was low. I think that's probably
half-assed Roshan attempts all day long.
The amount of Roshan has healed is max HP.
Yeah.
Still a big win for IG that they have even up the kill score. Goldgraph has actually surged upwards about 3,000.
Yeah. What it was before, it went from about 5k lead to 3k.
Mm-hmm.
So pretty big fight for IG. And IG just ultimately have annoying heroes. Like Dazzle's a great mid to late game support. To have Rubik is fantastic against the Enigmas, and that's where you see it pretty well.
Yeah.
They're going to have a Hexagon puck in the next 4 or 5 minutes.
And I did think that our solo, their two solo lanes are more important too.
Roshan attempt number like 7 here.
Yeah,
is this
it was already low. This one's going to be the one.
Well, yeah, IG just don't look to be in position. They're going to probably look to trade for this tier 1 bottom tower maybe. And
too late, way too late. They should have been able to do it earlier.
Yeah. Well, bottom tier 1 tower is being pressured here. Glyph comes out here, and I think LGD will be here in time to deny. We would like to back off, don't get hooked into a Colson. See this being denied by DD. For now, leaving it up, familiar.
As you said, the Chinese love their BKBs. Now, going for the BKB after 4-staff.
Oh man, BKB Invoker here. The puck, like BKB is probably one of the BKB is like the puck counter item, but apart from that, it's like physical damage from Weaver, from Lycan. BKB, all things considered.
A Ghost would have been okay for them.
Yeah.
Or just a Hex. They need a Hex though, for sure. LGD, they're scrambling to try and get kills, but they don't want to use Black Hole in fear of it getting stolen. Or it's just straight up getting canceled. Clockwork can't really lock anyone down at this point. Lycanthrope's too tanky, especially with his Wolves and his Necro potentially locked in with Cogs. Weaver has Lincolns as well as Time-Lapse. Dazzle's never in a position to get hookshot, and so is Rubik. Like, the supports are just not getting caught out at all, and Puck, as you know, is very, very elusive, so he's just 500 gold away from his Scythe. This E1 tower, though, still up for IG is real. 26 minutes into the game, especially being a little bit down in momentum and kills, is huge.
Yeah, done a great job defending it. It's just such a good positional thing here. Like, if there ever is a team fight, someone near the Roshan pit, they can still TP back in. If they die, they can buy back and be back in the fight, but... So, Enigma... No actual way to cancel the BKB Black Hole, apart from, like, Rubik stealing it and Black Holing him back.
Yeah, that's
which
it.
Isn't really gonna happen, but...
Maybe a backer later, but still...
in, like, the perfect position for that one.
This tower is just gonna die, no contest.
I think IG may just have to avoid fights for a little bit. The BKB Enigma is going to be pretty tricky to deal with, not to mention Lifesteal with Aegis and Sanjin Yasha. This Lifestealer...
Yep. What are they going to do, though? How are they going to kill DD? And how are they going to kill Xiaotuji twice?
Hey, just grab a split for now. He's got Necro 3.
It's still on Predator. Like, T1 tower felt... He's not even at T2.
Swarming used by the Weaver just trying to slow them. It's quickly. He uses the Necro 3. The TP coming back though, an immediate chip.
He even uses his ult. Jeez. Yeah. He's scared.
Oh.
Super scared.
And the Necro minion's gonna get cap caught out. Brought them as well. Yep. And for LGD, they had a kill in such a long time this game.
Use that maybe like 8 minutes.
Did they 5th kill the game? So they Clockwork. Apparently, the last kill was Clockwork killing Puck.
It's pretty only.
It's been over 15 minutes that kill for LG. Like Life Stealer. They even just use a black hole, like using black holes for solo kills. Obviously, not the easiest thing in the world, and I think the big reason LGD haven't found the kills because of these Lycan wolves. They're scouting everything out. Around being as annoying as possible, and
yeah, is it time that LGD picked up a gem?
The gem to do with Lycan Wolf. It's not so much about just killing them, it's just about knowing when IG see you. Because like that top lane where they lost 2 heroes, you needed to know if you see those wolves there, it's like okay, he's baiting. But because they don't see the wolves, they don't realize it's a bait.
We'll commit to this push top because Invoker has TP, so if they want to force a fight on bottom, I think IG is good to go, although they don't know Invoker's TP is down, and the tower is going down fast, and they just do not want to contest against the Aegis.
Looks like we're going to see a tier 2 for a tier 2, which is okay, unless LGD can get back in time to defend, but they may well do so. There's an enigma with a BKB hole, but the LGD, he'd be the first here, it's going to be that enigma. He's going to invest life, so he's going to get hexed up though. This is trouble though. Lifestealer can't even raid. He's been silenced. Great initiation coming in from the puck. 430. Perfectly played here. And Lifestealer. He does a raid.
Well, he doesn't have a TP though. He can't raid TP.
He'll be okay here. Even Lycan actually went down. That was mid lane, it looks like. Gets the tower, goes down. I imagine, yeah, Hookshot would use Cog Vici, so imagine it was mostly of the Clockwork and Invokers doing that. Lycan went down.
So all in all, 1 for 1, 1 hero dead. Oh no.
Infest from Twine. He was infested in the puck there.
That's huge though.
I saw the infest on the puck and I was like, okay, infested hero on the puck, and then I was like, oh, it's a Rubik.
Another sheep on Yao.
Oh my god, Yao's gonna go down. He pops a BKB, but it's too late from the... He jaunts himself out of there as well. Ferrari's just playing insane right now. That's really nice. He gets to the tower as well.
Such a timely pick up the sheep though. If had they not had that sheep, Enigma would have just BKB black hole. But yeah. Without, I mean, now Enigma, he has a BKB very early on in fights just so he does not get cut out and burst to break that up, and I think Clockwork should have been there too to try and counter that initiation. If he were there to counter that,
I think his hook was on cooldown because he used the hook mid to kill Lycan.
He could have TP'd along with it though. It would have just been Enigma and Lifestealer, but all the heroes IG were missing, so they weren't sure whether there were 4 heroes behind him or none.
Boosted travel and things suddenly looking a lot better for IG. That turnaround gets things, not the gold graph looking a bit prettier for IG, but they're still behind by a small margin. The experience, but that's another story. That's a 5,000 experience lead for IG.
Yeah, but the LGD's gold has been dumped into 2 BKBs, which hasn't really done anything for them.
Yeah.
And at the same time, IG, they have Hex, which is insanely good for late game. They have Weaver with the Desolator already up. Dazzler with the Force Staff. I would even say that's more useful than the BKB pickups on LGD.
Yeah, I actually rushed the BKB. I don't think it was necessary to put out. The Hex is just going to lock him in place. He'll be brought down before he can use anything. There's a TP in from Pia. He gets infested into a creepy conversion. Almost on the Lifestealer's creepy. Pops out of infest. Hookshot going to miss. Actually, YYF on the behind grounds, and
IG's just picking them apart right now. Just picking one off, waiting for sheep cooldown, about 10 seconds left, sheeping back, or just running back in, and they're just dissecting them piece by piece. They can't really do anything versus this, except what are you going to do? Just gather as 5, get split, push to death, and out farmed? They can't really do anything.
Precision play from IG, taking the pickle set, come out, especially Ferrari with this Hex.
Look at Lycan, he's just straight rushed heart. Whatever.
It's just, I mean, it's raw HP, I guess. He doesn't need the BKB.
Yeah, it's versus a Lifestealer, though.
Yeah. Well.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, that's true. He'll get, I guess, maybe the AC next, unless he wants, an Abyssal Blade. But...
I mean, at this point, you might even get, a Force Staff versus the Clockwork.
on like.
Yeah, I mean that's how he's been dying.
Yeah, well, and he's always off kind of on his own split pushing. Like he doesn't have his teammates at it, like the Dazzle who has a 4-star already, but he's already used the raid, so he does need to be a bit careful. Dazzle has a 4-star to get out of it, so in control. They take the last T2 tower and die aside.
Having a good gank because Clockwork is kind of just. He can't do anything versus our lineup, and that's their main source of initiation. If Invoker had a Sheep instead, then they can initiate. But as it stands, with Clockwork there, he can't do anything on his own. Lifestealer just gets kited. I don't even know if he's bashed a single hero this game.
As things stand, some LGD have lost any sort of a lead they once had. Goldgraph back to even experience 8,000.
This is with 2 minuses on the LGD side too.
Yeah. That's why they've kept the gold close. And that's the thing, you've got the gold, these minuses aren't really actually adding to like their actual value in a team fight. The attack speed doesn't really matter. Maybe slightly for who can rank a bit, but for the most part, these items are really helping them out. Come on. The backup's going to come. BKB popped by DD. The right-click damage is going to be pretty heavy. Are you going to... Mid lane, there's a Hex on Icy. Icy's been in trouble. He probably get out there. BKB pop him, yeah, but does some defendably. Chuan with a hook shot. Get out the Evoker, but looks like it's going to go getting a lot of damage here. Has the final lives, maybe he used it. Brave, but touch as well. You're going to scare his way out of there. There's a Dreamer on 4 heroes as well. Just used defensively. There's no follow-up engagement. But
invisibility.
LGD.
But they don't kill anyone. Like they stay alive, but they really needed kills there.
They were so close to killing Ferrari or YYF. So close. He's actually going for a heart too. Just going straight tanks, trying to bait out the BKBs and then fight from there.
Yeah,
not a bad plan.
Actually, kind of struggling a little bit to like remain latched onto people, I guess.
Fun.
Seen no black holes this game, and that's really been the other issue here. Like DD just using his BKB defensively in that fight.
The Weaver on top, and that's it.
Oh, on the Rubik. This is like compared to the Rubik last game where we just didn't see too many spells being stolen or that much being done. This Rubik is making plays happen.
Yeah, some clutch spells to steal.
Hooks, infest.
Oh, either.
Yeah.
PFP just gonna get back to the bottom.
Wow.
I think it's the BODs on the Wolves, man. Strong too.
Oh. The Hex skill. This Hex has just been so valuable because Ferrari's is T1
really
and 5, which he hasn't like only eight. He's been involved in 8 kills. 4 or 5 of those have come in the last 5 minutes since getting his Hex.
They're really high priority kills too, like Enigma before he pops his BKB, Lifestealer a couple of times too. This Hex rush definitely paid off for Ferrari.
And the thing at this point is involvement. Chuan's been involved in even more. He's been in. That's the first kill Chuan was not in. That kill there with the puck so TP on the Lycan Wolf, and we're going to see Ferrari look for more here. He's got the Hex. Well, it looks like IG won't be the ones in the pit.
Their map control is so good. They just asserted their dominance constantly in the past 10 minutes. And now
he's Weaver pressuring top lane. Yeah. He's distracting them. He's going to force LGD to come defend.
Are they just going to give up a free T3 out?
No Keck looking out. Puck's almost gone from Keck there.
But what in there, they can't take it. As well as that.
Rocket Blade comes in, scouts things out a bit, and IG being provided by these Lycan Wolves, which is just so tricky to deal with.
Oh, AF's still up there, too.
Just get engaged upon. It's the problem, because the Lycan Wolves are giving vision, and...
But at the same time, if you don't, you're going to lose your T3 on top. He does a lot of damage, and he's very tanky.
Oh, 2.5 HP, they're going to find
They have a sheep.
Oh, nicely played. Fire taking a lot of damage. They need more. Hit the... Nice ink ID.
Finally, it comes out from them. Epic, I believe he just bought his heart there, so now LGD can retaliate with a Roshan of their own. And
well, I don't know for sure if they can roach. Like,
I think they can.
It's 4v5, but
Weaver does a lot of damage, and he's super annoying.
Yep.
Kind of sweep their 2-3 on bottom, but I mean at the same time they don't know that they're roaching right now.
Well, IG are
Neither
nearby.
know.
Luo as well as Ferrari by the Ancient Pit. They've got Lycan Walls, so they can start most of this out.
We're going to see Ferrari make some big plays. I don't think so. Not with the gem.
Looks
It's,
like
it's
they're
too
giving it
risky.
up. Yeah, they're gonna fall for road jam.
Well, maybe like Ferrari can maybe cancel the TPs if they come out. Oh, here they go.
That was just melting here.
Generation.
Grenades, but they're not going to find anyone. Lycan TP's out of there. Clockwork can get in there. The TP
Free tower. That's still a pretty good for LGD. Or sorry, IG.
Yep.
I'm getting a lot of things confused. I keep getting Ferrari and YF confused. But they get a T3 tower down, another T3 at half HP, and all they trade away is an Aegis. But the Aegis isn't that big of a deal because LGD, they can't really fight anywhere around the map. They're just being drug around, trying to defend stuff, and not really picking any fights.
Ferrari suddenly got himself 4k gold on top of this Hex, so he's getting pretty filthy rich. He could even almost just go for like a Necrobook 3 to get them even more split pushing power.
He could also go for a Lincoln's and dump it on Weaver so he doesn't die to Hex.
Well, yeah, the Hex, yeah. Top of that, but Weaver's pretty tanky as is, although anytime there's 4 or 5 heroes on him and you break through the Lincolns with a Hex, he will go down still.
So if they can finally get a grave on him, but they haven't been together as 5-4 with the majority of the game.
Dazzle, this is a tricky game for a Dazzle because he's not really like mobile as a hero like a Rubik, and he's not the one to set up kills.
He's going to have a Scepter too. He's actually really fun.
He's only been like he's 104, which doesn't really sound all that. Well, the no deaths is impressive, but he doesn't sound like he's done a whole lot. But he will lake him with an Aghanim.
Middle tower is under attack.
That you get out of that.
LGD attempt to push mid, but they just can't do it.
Yeah.
Not versus a Lycan.
IG have 3 top, but they're missing their 2 supports, so I don't imagine they want to commit to any sort of a push here.
Yep, Howl comes out, and this tower is going to take a lot of damage. I don't know. Hook shot used just to prevent damage on the T3. I think that's a good call, though.
Yeah, amazing. Still a 50-second cooldown, so.
Their T3 tower is so important now, though. And with Lycan constantly pressuring
They're
them,
going to get chipped away at bit by bit. Like, they've already lost bottom tier 3.
Mm-hmm. That's a Scepter complete.
Enigma's going... Refresher.
I hope Refresher.
I think it's Lincoln's because of the spell skill.
Yeah.
You BKB, the only thing that goes through it is spell, so you can prevent Rubik from stealing.
Or even just a Blink Hex from Ferrari.
Yeah.
I think Lincoln's. Yeah, I think they could use another one.
Picks up Perseverance. Like the Refresher Hex.
Refresher's pretty sick too.
I think Refresher's better on Puck than Enigma, but I think they're both going Lincoln. Well, no, like as in like as the next item. Like I think
right
Enigma
now.
really needs a Lincoln's right now.
That's true.
Like whereas Puck, I don't think he needs a Lincoln's badly. But like in general, Refresher's better on Enigma.
It's all right. They need to keep them from getting their sheep off. Easy sheeps at least.
Incoming.
Yeah. Well, this game could come down to some of these sheeps here. Puck and Invoker are the 2 kind of big heroes to set up kills.
Hold on this game though, and they can definitely stall until the Aegis expires on the Lifestealer. He's getting somewhat fat. He will have his Abyssal up pretty soon, and that's where the Force Staff, that's where the Grave is going to come in very useful for IG. Lycan fat.
Liking it.
Yeah.
So's Lifestealer though. He's actually top of the...
They're equal.
On par, yeah. And then Weaver and Invoker are equal. Puck is ahead of the Enigma. Like even game as far as farm goes.
It's in the moment though, IG still has the upper hand.
Yes. We underestimate, especially if we can get. I mean, the more Invoker's one of the few heroes who gets a lot stronger as he goes from like level 20 to 25.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there's one Sunstrike and everything. I don't think they can get this.
What
skill.
is this black hole for?
That wasn't even close.
He has heart, buddy.
Like, maybe if Invoker's there, and Puck gonna TP in, he's gonna look to turn this one around, and now you wish you had a black hole. There's a Midnight Pulse, but it's gonna mech as well. Why would I actually taking a lot of damage? Hex is there, why did Pull go down? And 430 needs to be careful. He goes with the Hex on now. He needs to maybe get out of this, but he's trying to bring down Ferrari. Oh, sorry, he's trying to bring down the Visage here, but not. Oh, he gets it with the illusion! The Puck illusion. Ferrari gets the kill on DT.NGC. That
Very cunning.
That black hole.
I don't know what his goal was. Well, Weaver still was not
If
able to get time
Invoker's
on
there,
set.
it's one thing, but Invoker was nowhere near. Yeah, there was no damage, there was no follow-up hex. Well, PGG would be proud.
Oh yeah.
Well, Lincoln's up on the puck now.
Tease them though. They're
Yeah.
just not mobile enough right now.
Especially this Invoker. He's got a lot of money himself, but
They have picked up a gem on Enigma though. Pushing without Black Hole though, I don't know if this is the greatest idea. They do have the Aegis up for another 45 seconds. This tower a little bit too low to defend, especially with the Weaver down.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
we're going to commit to the high ground. Visage isn't there just yet, so Aegis is about to expire. No Visage, no Black Hole.
It's a no-go.
Yeah. IG, well, they seem to have a pretty good hold like a few minutes ago, but suddenly it's like LGD showing that, hey, we're still in this game. This game is still anyone's to win, and
Just one big team fight can
yeah.
decide it.
I feel IG are just the much more experienced team. Like, not even... they're in general, they've got some very experienced players as far as late game decision making goes, and that's where LGD, they no longer have Zhao Wei there captaining them. Maybe in late game decision making just won't be as fine tuned
They're
as
looking
IG.
to pick off DD. I don't know if he's gonna be time.
Ferrari ends it with a hex. A lot of extra right click damage. I think use the hound, making them all right click harder, and YY, yeah, he shows up to help get the kill. That's a gem on the ground as well.
You know, as you said,
Oh, dear.
IG's just more experienced in the late game. I think this is the most into play. I would say it's the post 30-minute decision making as well as the draft, and the early game is.
I think, like, if you just pause this game right now, showed this game to two teams, it would be like 50-50.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
It just feels like IG are ahead because
Well,
you
even
know
just
these,
looking at last game.
yeah, you know this is a team who won't make bad calls in the late game, at least generally speaking. No one's perfect, but it just feels like
Well, they also have a lot more room for error because two of their main heroes have hearts and Cognitive excellent at escaping. And I'm surprised they're pushing here. They could easily push the bottom lane and get that Rex.
tier 3 tower.
It's just as good.
Yeah, forced to pop the rage here. There is a hook shot in on Wild Way after he gets forced up. That nice play here. Telekinesis is there as well. Great initiative from Ferrari. Catches out 2-3 heroes with the silence. I think Invoker already takes the fall. Is there a buyback? Clockwork goes down as well, but Invoker going to buy back now. See, he's going to be caught in the cogs. He does get himself out of there. He's still in the shapeshift here. That's pretty annoying to deal with. Now comes out the open wounds here. Another 4-star coming in from IG. The IVs are just on point with these 4-stars, keeping everyone alive. Puck goes in with another silence here. Invoker's back. He's popped the BKB, but he's taking a lot of right-click damage. YWF wants to finish him off. He's got a lot of minus armor as a result of the swarm there. Yow's on the run. One more right-click could be the death of him, and they haven't got detection, I don't think. Like wolves. For Lifestealer, with Lifestealer down, this could be all over. He's going to buy it back.
2 buybacks and no kills?
Invoker, Lifestealer, bought back.
Yeah, they haven't got any kills on IG yet. And they still have Black Hole, but at the same time, what did IG trade away? Almost nothing. Like Coil and
Rubik's
very
Way.
minor. He's just chilling.
One away from it, so yeah, 2. Like these Bulldogs come once again. There's a bit of what they needed. Not gonna need it. Shot catches him out. Grave comes in just beyond the safe. Luo pops his ulti. Someone's never DD. He's got all the storm things to do. He's even popped his BKB. It's like BKB waddle around like little silly little penguin, and then just have to get out of there.
This T3 tower will go down, but the melee Rex will live to fight another day.
Chuan and Faith are like just playing insane right now. These 4-stars, everything they're doing to just protect their core heroes on the front lines has been perfect.
But now LGD can go into the Roshan pit. I think they can actually do it.
From IG, yeah. You'll see it YY up top. He's got no TPs. Well, he can buy a TP scroll from the top bit. There's nothing to TP to, and it looks like, yeah, LGD will, as you said, go into the Roche pit.
Yeah, I think that's a slight oversight from IG. They gave away 2 free Roshans, but at the same time, they've been playing so calm and calculated and patient aside from that, that I still think they will carry through the late game. Because an immediate coming in from LGD post-Roshan. Aegis will go to Lifestealer. Cheese will go to... Where's Cheese? It should be Invoker. Invoker.
Well, Brax.
Death push.
It almost feels like LGD need to go for
it
a
is
death
death
push.
push. If they die right now, though, Lincoln's is up on Enigma. He has no buyback, though. Lifestealer has no buyback, but he has Aegis. Invoker has no buyback.
Dire's middle
Yeah,
barracks
barely
are under
covered
attack.
as far as that goes.
Ferrari's just playing these teams so well, like getting the blink silence orbs off and then just getting multiple tons in one fight. See LG on the high ground, the glyph soon, this tower melting very quickly with an alacrity like down, the minus armor's going to start kicking the play. Lua goes in, he wants to try and find a good target to go for, trying to force out a BKB from T. There is the black hole, finally up, either is still, there's a link sphere, but the link has been broken, Twine, counter the black hole, it's going to be an absolute devastation for LGD, they lose 4, they lose 5. And IG lose a single hero, Twine just too freaking good at Rubik. He had unlimited everything, but Invictus was already popped and then the spell still came in and
Just like that, game
oh
over.
my god, that was the death push. You were right, my lady. Just the death push going there.
Well,
Oh my god.
why would you pick a Rubik and